I'm here with Scott Flemming, the head coach of the men's national basketball team for India. Hi Scott, it's a pleasure having you.
Good to be with you tonight, yes.
So, Scott, do you think India is right now at a level to compete with teams all across the world?
Well, you know, I need a little time to see that. I've only been here 8 weeks. I've been encouraged by what I've seen with the players that I've seen, and I'm anxious to get them in training camp and bring them together, but I definitely think there's a lot of potential there. I know they have competed at the international level. We just need to get over that hump and win a few games, and then good things will happen. But I think right now I'm going to focus on just making them better day by day and getting them in practice, getting them in their workouts, and hopefully, you know, my job is to help them reach their full potential, and then we'll see what happens from there.
When do you think you can get the first camp in?
Well, we're hoping next month. If not, we'll definitely have a camp probably by the 1st of April. So we'll have several camps during the year, and then we'll compete here at for the regional level, and then we'll go international after that. So, and hopefully we'll have some other tournaments. Maybe we'll be competing it as well. So, but right now I think the focus will be getting them in training camp and really working and getting them working as a team.
Apart from the potential that we have, you think any of the players have really caught your eye so far?
Well, there have been several. There have, but I've told people I'm going to reserve judgment somewhat until I really get to coach them directly. I've just been watching games, and that's good, and you can evaluate and see their potential. But some of them have some real strong parts of their game, but I think there's some things they can work on, and that's what I'm here for. And so after I have a month or so with them, I'll have probably a better answer to that. It really because it's more than just talent. It's finding the most productive players, and that's on both ends, offense and defense, and work ethic and all those things. Yes.
That brings me to my next question. Are you an offense first coach or a defense first?
You know, people ask me that, and I've been a head coach for a long time. And I think as a head coach, you have to be both. You know, some people say, well, I'm a defensive coach, I'm an offensive coach. I think they're both really important. We'll spend a lot of time on defense, and that's going to be a big part of what I do. But I also feel like you have to execute. I'm a fast break coach, but I also want to make sure that we execute in the half court. So that's always my answer. I'm both. I'm offense and defense.
Being very diplomatic.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So last question. Let's get a fun question in.
Okay.
How was it working with Rick Carlisle, the passive-aggressive coach?
Well, I think he's one of the best in the game. And I worked primarily with their development team, the Texas Legends, but I was able to work with Rick some and watch his practices. And I also worked with a coach named Del Harris.
Yes.
And he and I worked very closely together. And I don't know anybody that knows more basketball than Del. He was an NBA coach for 35 years and was the coach of the year, and he just got nominated for the Hall of Fame. So I've just talked with him recently about that. So I was surrounded by some heavy hitters and some great coaches. Hopefully I learned a little bit from them.
What's your take on the Dallas D-League affiliate trying to get Allen Iverson in as their player?
Well, Donnie Nelson, who actually was a former player of mine, I know him well, but he's always looking for that edge, and he's just brought Delonte West on the team, and so Donnie will he's kind of he'll do things out of the box and look for players like that, not only to win games but to put people in the seats. So yeah.
Quite like his father then?
Yeah, but he has probably even more the general manager, the kind of administrator type of, and he's he does good. He's a businessman. Probably more. His dad is a coach's coach, and Donnie's a little more of a businessman. So.
And how was it working with Mark Cuban?
Mark Cuban's a good guy. You know, I don't know him as well as some, but he was always very good to me, and he's great to his players. I know the coaches love him as an owner. Sometimes, you know, he can, do things in the public that people kind of wonder about. But if you work for the Dallas organization, you think a lot of Mark Cuban. So.
And finally, the last question. Do you think the Mavericks are going to make it to the playoffs this year?
Well, I don't know. I think now that Dirk's back, they have a chance. That really hurt them when he was out hurt so long, and they had a whole new team pretty much. But O.J. Mayo, he stepped up his game, so now maybe with the two of them, they're playing better now. They're going to have to make a real run here to make the playoffs, though.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.